Someone is struggling with their setup. Hello everyone! Don't look at my background. Don't look at my messy, blurry background. Don't look at it. Oh my god. Who is it? Me? Is it you? I don't know. Is it you? Hi everyone, it's me, Cecilia McGreen from hololive, and just oh my god, everything is scuffed. Oh, what is new? I wanted to put a background on, and then I got distracted, and then I made it blurry, and then I was like, I'm blind. OBS will never be clean. What? Am I scuffed? I don't know, are you? Okay, can you hear are the plops loud compared to everything else? And do you hear double plops, or do you only hear one plops? Because I'm routing my BGM through the player. Plops are fine. We need glasses. It's true. The moment I will start reading my book, I will read the glass. Put on the glasses. Hello, everyone. Plops not loud. Can hear double. You can hear double. You can hear double. Interesting. You should not. What about? Okay, how about now? Wow, that was hard to judge. That one was hard to judge. Thank you for the plops, Baba. That one was difficult. No BGM? Oh, it was like a pause. Mic is weird? Why? Static sound now. Still? Why? I haven't changed anything with the mic. Okay. Oh my god, I'm getting annoyed. Okay, one sec. Okay. Okay, no more music. No more sound. No more nothing. You cannot hear anything. You should not be able to hear anything. It was here last time too. I was doing a little static noise last time too. We hear it still buzzing. Static feedback. Why? Okay, let me listen to this. Test. I hear it. Oh my god, where is that coming from? What the heck? Wow, this is really relaxing. Oh my god, I hate listening to it. Oh, I hear it. The thing is, like, I can see my BGM, which is really relaxing, by the way, just so you know. You can't hear that. Okay, stop, everyone. Everyone, stop. Okay. Test. Okay, I'm gonna unplug it, plug, and then I'll be back. Just listen to the music or something. Okay. Test, 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 test. Wow. Okay. Like, fixed? Maybe. We'll see. The moment I move one cable again, it's gonna be back. I don't know what that was. I might know. I have some audio cables here that are kind of mixed. Okay, well, welcome in everyone. This is the most relaxing stream ever. This is okay. Let me just link the audio so that you don't hear everything double, which I can do by putting this in here and then media, and then I put this Microsoft Media Player, and then go buy this one for now, and then let me just make sure this isn't too loud for you. And then I'm just gonna put this here. Okay, it's kind of loud. Now it should be well, no, it's too quiet. Okay. I think that should be good, maybe. Is it? This is the technical testing stream. If you say it's relaxing, it must be. Yes. Might have to adjust because there's like a bunch of thingies. And then let us turn down the lights a tiniest bit. Yeah, I'm sorry for being so I mean, it was a gorilla, I guess, but for making you wait for so long, I kind of lost track of time because I'm stupid. Sparkles! Yay! Sparkles! Now it's like you're in space. Don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is. This is what we have. It's kind of quiet for my ears, actually. Let me see if I make it louder. I can make it louder here. Ah, that's nice. Okay, well, welcome in everyone. It's me, Cecilia McGreen from hololive and Justice. This will be a relaxing stream. Let me just put the... I was laying in bed and I couldn't sleep. And I was thinking to myself, I want to do something, but I don't want to do anything that wakes me up. I don't want to do anything exciting. I don't want to play a game. I just want to talk. I just want to yap. And then I thought about, what do I want to talk about? And I watched a movie recently, and then I thought to myself, oh, I should just record a voice message, basically, to you. And then I started yapping. And I talked about this freaking movie for like 1,000,000 hours. The same thing happened before. And then I realized it's terrible. And then I didn't... What movie did you watch? I watched the drama with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. And I did not like it. I liked it. It was a fun movie. It was exciting. but I didn't like it. You know what I mean? And then I thought about it, and then I was like, what else can I yap about where I can use a minimal brain power, but it's still kind of fun? And I thought, maybe, what if I just read a book? If I read a book and it's kind of relaxing, then I can read a book to you. You liked it? So I liked it. Zendaya's everywhere. Yeah, Zendaya and Robert Pattinson have been like in every single movie. I liked it in general. I thought it was very exciting. I was at the edge of my seat. But there was some parts that I was really frustrated about. Yeah. Reading. It's in the title. I'll be reading a book in a second. It'll be in English. But yeah, I'll probably talk about the movie maybe a different day. It's not relaxing. The movie was not relaxing at all, actually. It was kind of suspenseful, but not... I don't know. I liked it, but I hated the ending. I think that's my problem. I can't really talk about it without spoiling it huge, so I won't right now, but... The one about secrets? Yeah, so the trailer, basically, it goes, they're all sitting, there's like a bunch, this couple is about to get married, and they're sitting at a table and talking about the worst thing they've ever done. And everyone says their thing, and then, in the trailer, and you don't hear what Zendaya's thing is, but everyone is really shocked, and then it's a montage. And so the draw of the movie is 1, finding out what she did, and 2, you know, figuring out their reactions and everything else. Yeah, so that's that. And then I decided to do this stream, and then I put up the reading room, and then I dissociated and looked at starry sky backgrounds for 15 minutes. And it's like, oh, there's so many. There's so many. Why there's so many? I wish we had what's it called? A vignette? No. You know when the sides of the screen are dark? Vignette? Hi CC, tomorrow is my birthday. Thank you for the comfy stream. It's a nice early present. Happy. Oh, I'm not allowed to say it yet, but I hope you have a wonderful birthday. But you can't say happy. Is it vignette? And thank you for this. But I hope you have a nice day. I'm just popping to say that I got one of the signed Artificer and really shirts. Oh my god. You are talented and creative. I will support Artificer forever. It was good interacting at Any River 2025 panel. Yay! The clickbait is real. Yeah, I did cross it out. I realized it was too clickbaity, but I mean, I put it in there already, so I didn't want to correct it. Vignette. Let me get a vignette. Photos. Vignette. I feel like if the border was darker, I would add to it. You know? Overlay. What the heck is this music? Me when I download. I mean, I could just make one myself. I'm lazy. I'm not gonna make it myself. This looks good. Ooh, this looks good. Okay, let me put these. Okay, you might get jump scared. Pop. Plop. We will start reading in a moment. That's stars. And then that should be scary. Scary, scary. And then if we blending mode screen. Wah! And then blending mode filter, add color correction, opacity. Okay. Actually, don't like this one. Yeah, I don't like this one. Doesn't add anything. Nah, doesn't add anything. Wow, amazing! We now have a vignette. Okay. I don't like this song. 1 second. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, obviously everything was broken in the beginning, so that's probably why. I'm gonna have to kill plops today. They're very loud in my ears. I guess I can just mute them for myself, maybe. Okay. Hey, is the static sound back? No. No. Oh, you don't hear them? Why? Oh, I'm getting annoyed. Why won't you hear them? They're so loud. Okay, well, if you can't hear them anyways, I don't want to hear them either. Just a nice, chill, relaxing, just the most relaxing stream. Yeah, I want to turn them off. I'm getting overwhelmed by all the sounds and stuff. You may or may not notice I am very sleep deprived. Okay, I killed my program. I cannot hear anything anymore except for the music. Okay. The book that we'll be reading. Oh! I figured out what's happening. I connected my earphones to my second interface, but my mic is connected to my first. That's why I've been struggling with controlling the audio, because I'm turning my knob and nothing's happening. Okay, well, does anyone have a book? I need a book. Do I have a book? Do I have a book from the back? A back book? I should have my... You know the one that I got? The one from the merch? What would that be called? Cecilia. Book. Book. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. Hey, I have one. I know. I found one. Oh, it's perfect. We actually have 2 books. One book. You may not know this, but this was the book that we had. And then book. Second book. This. Oh, that's not a book. It's a card. Well, who knows? This could be a book. Transform. Fit. You have that book? Look, now it looks kind of like a book. Oops. Oops. Kind of looks like a book. Eh, good enough. Whatever. Who cares? And I'm gonna put on my glasses. My reading glasses. Put my glasses on. That's you. Oh, one more thing. One last thing. We should have a chat. Why does it look like that? Yay! Now it's like you here. Too disruptive. A little bit smaller. Maybe on the left. Yay! Glask. Okay, that was the worst. It took me 20 minutes to set up my... Hey, it's a gorilla, okay? It's a gorilla. It's different this time. It's different this time, okay? I didn't prepare anything. The book that we will be reading today, obviously the only thing that I can read is anything that is public domain. So the choices are kind of small. So I thought maybe we should do one of my favorites. Well, I don't know if I would say my favorite books because I don't remember anything about it. I did read it many years ago, but I like the general fantasy and aesthetic of it, and I think a lot of people do. It has its place in the zeitgeist, and it's Alice in Wonderland. I really like Alice in Wonderland. I think I see Justice kind of as Alice in Wonderland characters. Liz is the Red Queen, obviously. Gigi's the Mad Hatter. Laura is the Cheshire Cat, and I'm the little white bunny. Yeah, when we talked about this before. I could also be the White Queen, but I feel like I'm more the bunny. To Bridge to Terabithia. I don't think so. Let me look it up. I did kind of want to use my different mic because I have another mic, it's pretty new. I bought it very recently. No, it's not. But so that one is very sensitive, and it's not a dynamic mic. It's a condenser mic. But I don't know. I haven't really tested the settings, and I think you would hear maybe more static. So I think this is gonna have to do today. The screen looks so messy. Maybe I should make the chat a little bit smaller. It's kind of distracting. Okay. The white bunny with the watch. Yeah, cause he's always late, just like me. Who's the 5th? Just Member and Alice and Crony. Crony could be Alice, I guess. Oh, Tomb Raider is still in the description. Just imagine it being there. Okay, I think this is the perfect time to get a tea, to get a snack. I'll just be reading. I will not be reading the entire time. I'll probably yap the entire time. It'll be like someone's reading you a book rather than a real reading, you know? Music's kind of exciting, to be honest. That's kind of awesome. I'm thinking maybe I should read on my phone, so then I'm not looking at the screen. So it's kind of like because I have a folding phone, a flip phone. So that's kind of like a book. Or maybe I'll do it on the screen. No, I'll do it on the screen. Is the audio okay or is it too loud? I can make it quieter. Let me know. Music, bit loud, audio is balanced, audio good, is fine for me. Okay. Put it down a tiny bit. Because the songs are a little bit... you know, it'll be a bit random, some of them. Okay. Mana mana mana, mana mana mana. Nate the Snake, despite the simplistic name, it's actually quite thoughtful and introspective. Could even do a collab with your rival to hear your different perspectives. Oh, that sounds cute. I like short stories. That sounds like a good idea. Can you put Subway Surfers gameplay? I think so. No brain cell eating music. No! Okay, let's start. Is everyone ready? Are you ready for your bedtime story? Is everyone relaxed? Competitive book reading. Ready? Okay. I do think the BGM should be quiet because, you know, you don't want to be... Oh, let me put it down a little bit more. You don't want to be... It should be loud. It should be quiet. Quiet, nice and quiet and relaxing. Okay. Me reading my book. So, today, class, we're reading Alice's Adventure in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. I think everyone knows Alice in Wonderland, kind of, but I don't know everything. Chapter 1. Down the rabbit hole. Everyone knows the rabbit hole. Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank and of having nothing to do. Once or twice she had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but it had no pictures or conversations in it. And what is the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversations? Can't see. So she was considering, in her own mind, as well as she could, for the hot day made her feel very sleepy and stupid, whether the pleasure of making a daisy chain would be worth the trouble of getting up and picking the daisies, when suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by her. Me. There was nothing so very remarkable in that, nor did Alice think it so very much out of the way to hear the rabbit say to itself, oh dear, I shall be too late! Me. When she thought it over afterwards, it occurred to her that she ought to have wondered at this, but at the time it all seemed quite natural. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of its waistcoat pocket and looked at it and then hurried on, Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it, and, burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it and was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. These are long sentences. Oh wait, let me adjust my table. In another moment down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again. The rabbit hole went straight on like a tunnel for some way, and then dipped suddenly down, so suddenly that Alice had not a moment to think about stopping herself, before she found herself falling down what seemed to be a very deep well. Ah, she's falling down! I don't know if I would jump down the rabbit hole like that. I don't think I would trust it. Oh well. Either the well was very deep, or she fell very slowly, for she had plenty of time as she went down to look up about her, and to wonder what was going to happen next. First, she tried to look down and make out what she was coming to, but it was too dark to see anything. Then she looked at the sides of the well, and noticed that they were filled with cupboards and bookshelves. Here and there she saw maps and pictures hung upon pegs. She took down a jar from one of the shelves as she passed. It was labeled orange marmalade. But to her great disappointment, it was empty. This sentence structure. She did not like to drop the jar. For fear of killing somebody underneath, she should have dropped it. So managed to put it into one of the cupboards as she fell past it. Well, thought Alice to herself, after such a fall as this, I shall think nothing of tumbling downstairs. How brave they'll think of me at home. Why, I wouldn't say anything about it even if I fell off the top of the house. Which was very likely true. Down, down, down. Would the fall never come to an end? I wonder how many miles I've fallen by this time, she said aloud. I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth. Let me see. That will be the 4,000 miles down, I think. For, you see, Alice had learned several things of this sort in her lessons in the schoolroom, and thought this was not a very good opportunity for showing off her knowledge, as there was no one to listen to her. Still, it was good practice to say it over. Yes, that's about the right distance. But then, I wonder what latitude or longitude I've got to. Alice had not the slightest idea what latitude was, or longitude either, but she thought they were nice grand words to say. She's literally me. Just saying words. Just saying words. So that you are saying something. Let me put a text on the screen. Alice in Wonderland. Just so people know. It's a book. Yeah, she's literally going everything. I mean, actually, at nothing. What are we reading? Put it on the book. Yeah, my book. It's gonna be visible. Yeah, good enough. Kind of ass to look at, actually. Presently, she began again. I wonder if I shall fall right through the earth. How funny it'll seem to come out among the people that walk with their heads downwards. Australians. The antipathies, I think. She was rather glad there was no one listening this time, as it didn't sound at all the right word. But I shall have to ask them what the name of the country is, you know. Please, ma'am, is this New Zealand? Australia? Hakkus Bales comes and goes, good day, mate. And she tried to curtsy as she spoke. Fancy, curtsying as you're falling through the air. Do you think you could manage it? Well, music's going crazy. Oops. And what an ignorant little girl she'll think me for asking. No, it'll never do to ask. Perhaps I shall see it written up somewhere. Down, down, down. There was nothing else to do, so Alice soon began talking again. Dinah'll miss me very much tonight. Oh, Dinah. I thought she meant dinner as in food. I should think. Dinah was the cat. I hope they'll remember her saucer of milk at tea time. Dinah, my dear, I wish you were down here with me. There are no mice in the air, I'm afraid, but you might catch a bat, and that's very like a mouse, you know. But do cats eat bats, I wonder? And here Alice began to get rather sleepy, and went on saying to herself in a dreamy sort of way, do cats eat bats? Do cats eat bats? And sometimes, do bats eat cats? So eepy! For you see, as she couldn't answer either question, it didn't matter much which way she put it. She felt that she was dozing off, and had just begun to dream that she was walking hand in hand with Dinah, and was saying to her very earnestly, Now, Dinah, tell me the truth. Did you ever eat a bat? When suddenly, thump, thump, down she came upon a heap of sticks and dry leaves, and the fall was over. Alice was not a bit hurt, and she jumped up onto her feet in a moment. She looked up, but it was all dark overhead. Before her was another long passage, and the white rabbit was still in sight, hurrying down it. There was not a moment to be lost. Away went Alice like the wind. It was just in time to hear it say as it turned a corner, "Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting!" She was close behind it when she turned the corner, but the rabbit was no longer to be seen. She found herself in a long, low hall, which was lit up by a row of lamps hanging from the roof. There were doors all around the hall, but they were all locked up. And when Alice had been all the way down one side and up the other, trying every single door, she walked sadly down the middle, wondering how she was ever to get out again. Suddenly, but then, suddenly, she came upon a little three-legged table, all made of solid glass, and there was nothing on it but a tiny golden key. And Alice's first idea was that this might belong to one of the doors of the hall. But alas! Either the locks were too large or the key was too small, but at any rate, it would not open any of them. However, on the second time around, she came upon a low curtain she had not noticed before, and behind it was a little door about 15 inches high. I don't know how much that is. Could be anything. She tried the little golden key in the lock, and to her great delight, it fitted. Fitted? It fitted. Oh, interesting. Alice opened the door and found that it led into a small passage, not much larger than a rat hole. She knelt down and looked along the passage into the loveliest garden you ever saw. How she longed to get out of that dark hall and wander about amongst those beds of bright flowers and those cool fountains. But she could not even get her head through the doorway. And even if my head would go through, thought poor Alice, it would be of very little use without my shoulders. Oh, how I wish I could shut up like a telescope. I think I could if I only knew how to begin. For you see, so many out-of-the-way things had happened lately that Alice had begun to think that very few things indeed were really impossible. There seemed to be no use in waiting by the little door, so she went back to the table, half hoping she might find another key on it, or at any rate, a book of rules for shutting people up like telescopes. This time she found a little bottle on it. "Which certainly was not here before," said Alice. Alice does not care. she's, I don't know. I'm the rabbit already, but she's kind of me as well. Yeah, I still don't know what that is. Yeah, she's so smart. I mean, anything is possible. If I saw a rabbit and then I fell down a hole for like 50 minutes, I would also think everything would be possible, you know? She's unfazed, yeah. And tied round the neck of the bottle was a paper label with the words, "Drink me," beautifully printed on it in large letters. It was all very well to say, "Drink me," but the wise little Alice was not going to do that in a hurry. "No, I'll look first," she said, "and see whether it's marked poison or not." For she had read several nice... Oh, my music stopped. For she had read several nice little stories about children who had got burned and eaten up by wild beasts and other unpleasant things. All because they would not remember the simple rules their friends had taught them, such as that a red-hot poker will burn you if you hold it too long, and that if you cut your fingers very deeply with a knife, it usually bleeds. And she had never forgotten that if you drink much from a bottle marked poison, it is almost certain to disagree with you sooner or later. Wow, she's so wise. She's so smart. Usually. However, this bottle was not marked poison, so Alice ventured to taste it, and finding it very nice, it had in fact a sort of mixed flavor of cherry tart, custard, pineapple, roast turkey, toffee, and hot buttered toast. That sounds awful. She very soon finished it off. "What a curious feeling," said Alice. "I must be shutting up like a telescope." And so it was indeed. I hixed. She was only 10 inches high, I don't know how many, and her face brightened up at the thought that she was now the right size for going through the little door in that lovely garden. First, however, she waited for a few minutes to see if she was going to shrink any further. She felt a little nervous about this, for it might end, you know. said Alice to herself. "In my going out altogether like a candle. I wonder what I should be like then." She's about to die. She just disappears forever. 10 inches equals 10 inches. 1.5 bananas. Okay, I see. And she tried to fancy what the flame of a candle looks like after the candle is blown out, for she could not remember ever having seen such a thing. After a while, finding that nothing more happened, she decided on going into the garden at once. But, alas for poor Alice! When she got to the door, she found she had forgotten the little golden key, and when she went back to the table for it, she found she could not possibly reach it. She could see it quite plainly through the glass, and she tried her best to climb up, what an idiot, one of the legs of the table, but it was too slippery. And when she had tired herself out with trying, the poor little thing sat down and cried. "Come, there's no Oh, wait, she's crying. "Come, there's no use in crying like that," said Alice to herself rather sharply. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, she immediately got over it. "I advise you to leave off this minute." She generally gave herself very good advice, though she very seldom followed it. And sometimes she scolded herself so severely as to bring tears into her eyes. And once she remembered trying to box her own ears for having cheated herself in a game of croquet she was playing against herself. For this curious child was very fond of pretending to be two people. But it's no use now, thought poor Alice, to pretend to be two people. Why, there's hardly enough of me left to make one respectable person. Soon her eye fell on a little glass box that was lying under the table. She opened it and found in it a very small cake, on which the words "Eat me" were beautifully marked in currants. "Well, I'll eat it," said Alice. "And if it makes me grow larger, I can reach the key. And if it makes me grow smaller, I can creep under the door. So either way, I'll get into the garden, and I don't care which happens." Oh, her accent suddenly changed. She ate a little bit and said anxiously to herself, "Which way? Which way?" Holding her hand on the top of her head to feel which way it was growing. And she was quite surprised to find that she remained the same size. To be sure, this is what generally happens when one eats cake, but Alice had got so much into the way of expecting nothing but out-of-the-way things to happen that it seemed quite dull and stupid for life to go on in the common way. So she set to work, and very soon finished off the cake. She's so silly. 1 sec, my phone's dying. 1 second. I got my charging cable, but I didn't plug it in. Oh, where are you? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Oh yeah. Yeah, I would never be silly. No, she's the only one that's silly. Squeak. Where were you? Sorry, I'm trying to fix my stuff. Everything is janky. We're getting tucked in? Yes, yes. I wish we could read... I mean, obviously I'm having a nice time reading Alice in Wonderland, but I wish we could read any book, you know what I mean? All the books. We could read everything. I wonder if that would be possible. I don't think so. I guess... maybe. If you have like a book deal, you know? Probably not, though. Probably not. Book perms possible? I don't know. I don't know if it would be possible. Everything is possible. I mean, if you're Alice, apparently. Maybe. I just think like short stories and stuff like that. I mean, maybe if it's a short story that's not published, maybe like a, I guess fanfic. You could probably read fanfic. I'm not Shakespeare, no. That's not true. I mean, yes, I am. Fanfic would be kind of funny. I don't know. I mean, there's not, fanfic isn't, you know, not all fanfic is like based off of existing IP. Some of it is just OCs and made up stuff. Just like a book. Okay. That was the first chapter. Let's continue on with the second chapter. Don Quixote? Who did he shoot? Brothers Grimm? Those are kind of messed up. Okay. The second chapter is called The Pool of Tears. Actually, this is kind of small. Maybe I should... This is the messiest stream of my life. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun, dun. Feed it some cake to make it better. That's so smart. Wait, am I not logged? Oh my god. I don't want... Okay. Okay, I gotta log into my reading thingy. On my thingy. Bum, 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 bum. Cecilia Immergreen reads your book, but it's really, really scuffy and there's a lot of breaks between everything. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Will you read the whole book today? I don't think so. General? Maybe. Kind of depends. Depends if you guys like it. So far it's pretty wordy. You know what I mean? But it's kind of cute. Where were we? Okay. No. It's like Shakespeare, but not. Yeah. Verbose. Yeah, that is a good description. It's also just the sentence structures are very round and round and round and round, which I think is kind of cute actually, but it does remind me. Wait, actually I think I want to have the book a little bit more like this because this is what I'm facing now. Actually no. Okay, are you ready for the second chapter? Is everyone ready? I don't think anyone cannot be ready. I don't think you can't be ready for this. Curious and curious, Alice said. She was now growing toward the ceiling. Goodbye, my feet, she added. She could barely see them anymore. Oh, my poor little feet. I wonder who will put on your shoes and socks now. She's so stupid. Alice kept growing. She wondered how she would get a new pair of shoes to her feet now that she could no longer reach them. They were so very far away that she decided she would have to mail them. As she thought this, her head hit the ceiling. She was more than 9 feet tall. That's tall. She quickly grabbed the golden key and hurried to the garden door. Poor Alice, she was far too huge to fit through it now. All she could do was lie down and peek into the garden with one eye. Of course she began to cry again. You should be ashamed, she scolded herself. Of a girl like you crying this way. It didn't help. She kept crying, shedding gallons of tears. Soon there was a large pool on the floor. It was about 4 inches deep and reached halfway down the hall. Then she heard footsteps. It was the white rabbit. Me. He had dressed up in a fancy suit and was carrying white gloves and a large fan. As he hurried along, he muttered, "Oh, the Duchess! She'll be awful if I keep her waiting." What accent should the rabbit have? Don't say German. "If you please, sir," Alice called to him. The rabbit jumped at her voice. In fact, he was so startled he dropped his fan and gloves and then ran away, leaving them behind. Alice picked up the fan and the white gloves. The hallways was so very hot, she started to fan her face, talking to herself as she did. How strange everything is today. I wonder if I was changed in the night. Let me think. Was I the same when I got up this morning? I think I remember feeling a little different. But if I'm not me, the next question is, who in the world am I? Who are you? That's the puzzle. Australian. I don't know if I can do an Australian accent. Good day, mate. She thought about all the other children she knew. She couldn't be Ada Wong, because Ada's hair was curly. She couldn't be Mabel, because she knew lots of things, and Mabel knew very little, because she was really stupid. Besides, sir, please, sir, can I have a penny? Please, sir, anything. Please, sir, I haven't eaten in 5 days, sir, please. Please, sir, could I please have a penny, so I can buy myself some bread? That's her now. She's she, and I'm I. Oh, how confusing. I should see if I know all the things I used to know. Let's see. 4 times 5 is 12. And 4 times 6 is 13. And 4 times 7 is... Oh dear, I'll never get to 20 that way. Let's try geography. London is the capital of Paris. And Paris is the capital of Rome. No, that's wrong. I must be Mabel. That's also me. She tried to recite a poem she knew, but her voice sounded rough and strange in her throat, and the words came out all wrong. I think she's having a panic attack. Alice's eyes filled with tears again. If I'm Mabel, I stay down here forever, she said. As she said this, she noticed she was wearing one of the rabbit's gloves. She must have put it on while she was talking. How'd I do that? She said. The glove had been far too small. I must be shrinking again. Alice returned to the table. She guessed she was about 2 feet high and getting smaller. She realized that it must be the fan she was using to cool herself. Really? That's crazy. Everything's making you smaller and taller. Alice dropped the fan in a flash. She was just in time to save herself from shrinking away to nothing. Whew, that was a narrow escape, Alice said. She was quite relieved to see that she was still there. She ran for the garden door, but was locked again. The golden key was back on the table. Things are worse than ever, Alice thought. I've never been this small before. Never! That rhymed. She's a poet. Suddenly, her foot slipped, and there was a splash. She was up to her chin in salt water. Poor kid. At first, she assumed she'd fallen into the sea. Then she realized it was the pool of tears she'd cried when she was 9 feet tall. Alice swam around, looking for a way out. A way out. I shall be punished for crying so much. I'll be drowned in my own tears. Something splashed nearby. At first glance, she thought it was a walrus or a hippo. Then she realized it was only a mouse. Everything was so strange down here. It wouldn't be strange at all if the mouse could talk. She spoke to it first. Oh, mouse, she called. She thought it must be the proper way to call a mouse. Oh, mouse, do you know the way out? The mouse met her eyes, but he did not reply. He must understand English, Alice thought. Maybe he's a French mouse. So she called, Oui, ma chaton. That was the first sentence in her French book. She forgot until she said the words that it meant, where's my kitten? The mouse leaped out of the water in fright. I beg your pardon, Alice cried. I forgot you don't like cats. What would a mouse sound like? Oh, the mouse said in a shrill voice. Okay. Not like cats? Would you like cats if you were me? Maybe not, Alice said. Please don't be angry. I wish I could show you our cat, Dinah. I think you'd like cats if you saw her. She's such a sweet, quiet little thing. Alice kept talking as she swam. She purrs and purrs, and she's so soft, and she's just terrific at catching mice. Oh, I'm sorry. The mouse looked especially offended. We won't talk about Dinah, if you'd rather not. We indeed, the mouse cried. He was trembling. As if I would talk about them. Cats. Nasty things. Don't let me hear the word again. I won't, Alice promised. She tried to think of something else to talk about. Are you fond of dogs? The mouse started to swim away. Oh, I offended him again, Alice said. She called after him. Mouse, please, come back. We won't talk about cats or dogs either. The mouse paddled back to her. His furry face had turned very pale. Let's find the shore, he told her, and then I will tell you the story of why I hate cats and dogs. This seemed like a good idea to Alice. The pool had become very crowded with animals that had fallen in. She saw a dodo and a lorry and many other creatures. Together, everyone swam to the shore. That's crazy. I thought at this point she was out of it already. She's been in the hole for a long time. Well, she's been in this room for a long time. A dodo? Yeah, the bird. He's gonna trauma dump. Please no trauma jumping in my reading stream. I feel like I skipped this one last time too. She's keeping surprisingly calm. Yeah, she's cool as a cucumber. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about anything. Good afternoon, Miss Cecilia. You look very lovely today as always. Thank you! Please take good care of your health. Everyone at Otomus included. From Japan. Thank you. Nice Rosarian accent. Do you think? Yeah? Oh, sir, please, I just need... Sir, please, sir, I just need a... Please, sir, I just need a penny. My kindling has burned away, and I will freeze to death. Please, sir, if I had 1 penny, I could buy some matchsticks, and then I could sell them. Hey Cecilia, I've missed you. Spider-Man date Oh, Sunday, September 13 at 9 p.m. Columbia Doctor Castro Valley, CA. Right, okay. Everyone, there's gonna be a meet and greet. We're doing an Ottawa meetup at this location and date. Yeah. Columbia Doctor. I don't think that's it. Okay, well okay, let's do one more chapter. I can do one more chapter. This is honestly, I was thinking it was gonna be way more relaxing and chill, but I feel like I'm just giggling and talking. I feel like it's just not relaxed. It's not relaxing. I missed the mark. I shot and I missed. You miss every shot that you missed. A caucus race. The animals gathered on the bank of the pool of tears, but they were cranky, they were soaking wet and very uncomfortable. They had a long talk about how to get dry. Alice found herself talking with them like she'd known them all her life. It seemed quite natural. At last the mouse spoke up. Sit down, all of you. I'm gonna change his voice, I don't know, it was kind of annoying. Sit down, all of you. Listen, I know how to make you dry. They sat in a circle with the mouse in the middle. Are you ready? He called. This is the driest thing I know. Then he began to talk about politics. This is kind of cute. He went on and on like he was reading out loud from the most boring book. Ugh, said the lorry with a shiver. The mouse talked on and on. It was awfully dull. After a while he paused. He turned to Alice. How are you, my dear? He asked. As wet as ever, Alice said. She sighed. It doesn't seem to dry me at all. In that case, the dodo spoke up, the best thing to get us dry would be a caucus race. What is a caucus race? The best way to explain it, Alice asked, is to do it, the dodo said. Kind of loud, hey. Nah, whatever. The dodo marked off a race course. It was sort of a circle. He said the exact shape didn't matter. Then Alice and the animals were told to start running wherever they wanted to on the circle. They could start whenever they wanted. They could also stop whenever they wanted. Because of this, it was hard to know when the race was over. After they had been running for half hour or so, they were dry again. The dodo called out, "The race is finished!" The creatures crowded round. They were out of breath. But who has won? They asked. Everybody has won, shit race, the dodo said after much thought. And all must have prizes. But who will give the prizes? The creatures asked. She will, of course, said the dodo as if it were obvious. He pointed at Alice. The animals ran to her. They jumped up and down. Prizes! Prizes! They yelled. Alice had no idea what to do. Finally, she pulled out a box of candies from her pocket. Since when? She was lucky that the salt water had not ruined them. She handed out the candies as prizes. There was exactly one piece for everyone, except for herself. She must have a prize too, said the mouse. Of course, the dodo replied. What else do you have in your pocket? He asked Alice. Only a thimble, Alice said sadly. Hand it over, said the dodo. Then they all crowded around her again. The dodo presented the thimble to Alice. What is this thimble? To Alice as her prize. He gave a short speech and everyone cheered. And then everyone clapped. And then I saved everyone. And then everyone clapped. Thimble? Oh, from the needle stuff? The metal thing? Oh. Why does she have a thimble? I guess she was sewing. My mom had a thimble. I don't have a thimble. Thimble kind of sounds like symbol. Thimble. And everyone clapped. Alice thought the whole thing was very absurd, but they looked so serious she didn't dare laugh. Finally, the animals sat in a circle again. You promised to tell me your story, Alice reminded the mouse. She added in a whisper, and why does you hate C and D? Mine is a long and sad tale, said the mouse. It is a long tale. So first he said tail with T-A-L-E, like the story, and then she said tail, like the tail, like a person's tail, like a dog's tail, like a Laura's or Gigi's tail. Ha! She gazed in wonder at the mouse's tail. But why do you call it that? Oh, I shouldn't have explained. I could have just read the next sentence. The mouse had started his story, but Alice was still thinking of his tail. You're not paying attention, the mouse snapped. What are you thinking about? I beg your pardon, Alice said politely. You had reached the middle, I think. I had not, the mouse cried angrily. A knot? Alice said. She always wanted to make herself useful. Let me help you untie it. The mouse got up and walked away. You insult me by talking such nonsense, he sniffed. I didn't mean it, Alice pleaded. Please come back and finish your story. But the mouse hurried away. What a pity, the lorry said and sighed. I wish I had our Dinah here, Alice said. She'd soon fetch him back. And who is Dinah? Asked the lorry. Dinah's our cat, Alice said without thinking. She's so good at catching mice, and you should see her go after birds. She'll eat a bird as soon as look at it. Uh-oh. This caused a rush of excitement among the creatures, and they ran off, each in different directions. Alice was soon all alone. I wish I hadn't mentioned Dinah, she said sadly. Nobody down here seems to like her. Alice began to cry again. She was feeling very sorry for herself. Then she heard footsteps in the distance. She looked up. She hoped it might be the mouse, ready to forgive her and finish his story. End of chapter 3. Oh. Alice is fumbling left and right. Like, on one hand, she's being pretty good at reacting to the situation that she's been thrust upon. But on the other hand, she's what's it called? Fumbling, yeah. It's a cliffhanger. Yeah, that is a crazy cliffhanger. She cries a lot, yeah, but she also kind of, you know, is in control of the situation. She's taking it all very well. She's you know, working it all out. She's a girl boss. Don't know about that one. One more. Okay, let's do one last. One. They're pretty short. One last. I feel like the first one was long, but the other ones weren't. Chapter 4. The rabbit sends in a little bill. It was the white rabbit. He was hurrying through the hall, muttering, "The Duchess! Oh, my fur and whiskers! She'll be so angry! Where did I drop them?" Alice realized he must be searching for his fan and white gloves. She started to look for them too, but they were nowhere to be seen. That's when the rabbit noticed her. "Marianne!" he yelled. "What are you doing here? Run home and fetch my gloves and fan, quickly!" Alice was so frightened she ran off at once. She didn't even tell him her name was not Marianne. "He thought I was his maid," she said as she ran out of the hallway. "Who?" Yeah. Is this isekai slop? It is, I think. I think it is. I think so. Yeah, it's isekai slop. How surprised he'll be. Still, I better give him his fan and gloves, if I can find them. As she said this, she realized she was no longer indoors. She came upon a small road and there happened upon a little house. A brass plate on the door said, W Rabbit. WW Rabbit. WWW Rabbit. Oh, did you see that? WWW. She rushed in and hurried upstairs. How strange to be running errands for a rabbit, Alice said. I suppose I'll be running errands for Dinah next. Upstairs she found a fan and a few pairs of gloves. She grabbed them and was just about to leave when she spotted a tiny bottle. There was no label on it that said drink me, but she decided to drink it anyway. Hey, she's risking it all. I know something interesting will happen, she said. I know I'll grow large again. I'm so tired of being such a tiny little thing. It did make her grow, and fast. She had only finished half the bottle when she felt her head against the ceiling. She quickly dropped the bottle. That's enough, she said. I hope I don't grow more. As it is, I can't get out of the door. Sometimes she rhymes. She should be a rapper. But it was too late. She went on growing. Soon she had to kneel on the floor. In another minute, there wasn't room for her to do even that. She had to lie down with one elbow against the door. Then she had to put one arm out the window and one foot up the chimney. Finally, she stopped growing. That was good, because there was nowhere else to go. But she was also very uncomfortable, and there was no chance of her getting out of the room now. Marianne! She heard from outside the window. Fetch me my gloves this minute! Oh, that's the rabbit. What should the rabbit sound like? Marianne! No. Just thinking about it. It was the W Rabbit. She trembled, forgetting she was W. She was now 1,000 times bigger than him. She had no reason to be afraid. The rabbit tried the door, but Alice's elbow was pressed against it. He couldn't get it open. Then I'll go and try around and try the window, Alice heard him say. You will not, Alice thought. When she heard the rabbit under the window, she reached out a hand and grabbed it, the air. She saw a small greenhouse outside and tried not to hit it, but the rabbit must have knocked into it himself, because she heard a shriek and the crash of broken glass. Pet! Pat! Alice heard the rabbit cry. Pat? Pat! Tell me, what's... Pat like a person? Oh, I thought it was like she was petting him. Tell me, what's that in the window? Another voice, Alice assumed it was Pat's, answered, It's an arm, Your Honor. It's got no business there, the rabbit yelled. Take it away! Alice spread her fingers and grabbed at the air again. This time there were 2 little shrieks, and more sounds of broken glass. She heard something being wheeled over. There were now many voices talking. Where's the other ladder? Bill's got it. Bill, bring it here. Put them in this corner. No, time them together first. They don't reach high enough. They'll do just fine. Bill, catch hold of this rope. Mind that loose shingle. Oh, it's coming down. Look out below. A loud crash. Very relaxing. Bill, look what you did. Who will go down the chimney? Bill, of course. Bill, the master says you've got to go down the chimney. So Bill's going down the chimney, is he? Alice said. They make Bill do everything. Alice had her foot in the fireplace. She waited until she heard scratching in the chimney, then gave a little kick. There goes Bill, she heard the voices say. There was some scrambling to catch him. So stupid. The rabbit shouted, Burn the house down! Oh God. Now Alice had had enough. She called as loud as she could. If you do, I'll set Dinah on you. Dead silence. Alice waited to see what they'd do next. A shower of pebbles. Pebbles? Came through the window. Some hit her in the face. Pebbles are rude. But when the pebbles fell to the floor, they turned into little cakes. If I eat one, it's sure to change my size. Really? Wait, so they hit her face and they turned into cakes? Or were they cakes from the beginning, but it felt like pebbles? It couldn't possibly make me larger, so it must make me smaller. Alice swallowed a cake. She was thrilled to find herself shrinking. When she was small enough to fit through the door, she ran outside. There she saw a crowd of animals. In the middle of the crowd, a lizard was being bandaged up by 2 guinea pigs. Oh. Alice wondered if the lizard was poor Bill, the animal she had kicked out of the chimney. She's a murderer. Everyone else rushed at Alice, but she ran madly away into the woods. The first thing I've got to do, Alice said as she wandered the woods, is grow to my right size. Then I need to find that lovely garden. It was an excellent plan. The only thing was, she had no idea how to do it. Me. I suppose I should eat or drink something, Alice said. But what? Me. I could say me at every single sentence. She looked around. There were flowers and trees and grass, but there was nothing obvious to eat or drink. There was a large mushroom growing near her. It was about her height. She looked under it and on both sides of it and behind it. Then she decided she may as well look on top of it. She stood on tiptoe and peeked over the edge of the mushroom. Her eyes met those of a giant blue caterpillar. End of chapter 4. Yay! We read together! On a scale from 1 to a bajillion zillion. That was really relaxing, right? Amazing literature. I think it's kind of cute. I thought it was kind of cute. I thought it was cute. That was fun. Thank you very much for this stupidest stream ever. 30 minutes of setting up. And then 30 minutes of yapping, reading with yaps in between. It wasn't very relaxing. I wonder if I could make it relaxing. Maybe if I was whispering. Or I used a different mic or different music. Or we'd use like ambient noise, you know, like fire crackling and stuff like that. But I had fun. I had fun regardless. It was a nice time. Classic literature. I don't think I've ever read, like, I don't think I've read much classic literature, actually. I've read I've read this one, but I don't remember anything about it. I don't think I've read much else. I never read the stuff that we were supposed to read in school, because I didn't want to. It's so weird, like, I loved reading, but the moment someone told me you have to read this, I was like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. And then sometimes what happened even is that later on, I would read books, and then I would read them, and I think to myself, wait, I was supposed to read this in school years ago. I could have just read it then. It was pretty good. Noise is back? Oh man. I haven't changed anything though. Came back a couple times. Man, I'll look into why it's happening. Might be my cable stuff. Don't really know. Let me see. Yeah, don't know. I'll look into it for next time. Yeah. Very clever stick to the exposed baby. Bees in the cables. Yeah, I think that's also very likely. Can we get Twilight German read along? Bella, was für ein dummes Lamm. Edward, was für ein kranker masochistischer Löwe. That would be so funny. I wish we could do that. Then again, I think something like that is too long. Twilight's pretty long. It's kind of long. She's long. Oh man, the mic is doing so much static. Wait, 1 sec. Oh well, we're ending the stream anyways in 2 minutes. Static it is. Yeah, so I think reading is fun. I remember when I was in school, my then best friend, we would call like every night, and then we would read each other books. Well, we only did it with one book. It took really long. I don't think I've done it since then. Like reading to someone or having someone read to me. Yeah. Yeah, we were like, you know, this type of... When we got really close, like, I don't know, did everything together for a long time. Formative years. Kind of like that sometimes. I think it's very nice, very wholesome. But I don't think... my parents never read to me. Never told me bedtime stories either. Hey, what's that about? Hey. Hey, what's that about? Why? Do you need a therapist? No, I'm wearing glasses, which kind of makes me into a therapist. Yeah. But I like the idea. I think it's cute. Maybe. I'll think about it. I don't think it's possible, though. Rights-wise. There's nothing I can do about the buzzing, okay? It is what it is. Okay, well, anyways. I'll fix it for next time. Thank you very much. Oh, squeak! Thank you very much for sitting here with me and listening to me yap. Yap! Yeah, I was traveling a lot this week. I'm gonna be traveling again on... I don't actually know. What date? On Sunday. So, it's been a bit hectic on my end. I'm sorry for the lack of stuff, but technically I'm still on break, so... hiatus, I guess. Thank you very much for your kind messages. Thank you for listening to me. Yep! I'll try fixing my mic for next time. Sorry about that. And I hope that you rest well. And thank you also, yeah, for all the kind words as always. Thank you for the zupas. And thank you for the plops. I didn't check them properly today, but I'll try catching them next time. Thank you. I'm really eepy, so I think I'm gonna go to bed. Bye bye.